Hello there. So welcome back, Belle Harder, Inspiring Others. And so I'm kind of doing my marathon. My goal was today and tomorrow to do my marathon. My husband loves like NCIS. And so I think, yeah, what was that term for when you just keep doing the same thing, like the same person? So keep it on my channel and watch along with me. So I'm excited to show you the mini desktop calendars and a couple different projects that you can do with your desktop calendars. I got them from Tailored Expressions and love the size, and people are loving it. I did these last year and it was met with a great response, so I thought I'll take a poll. So a couple of months ago or so, I had a poll of would you want this, and I kind of had like 1, 2, 3, 4 yes, no. I wanted to just purchase the calendar, so I had those available at classes and different things. And so even some that said, oh, I don't think I need another one, I have the template, they were excited to make another one. And some even said, oh, I changed my mind, I didn't think I wanted it, but now that I see it, I really want to make it. And I'm doing the same layout as last year, so it would have been easy to just tear off 2025 calendar and put up the 2026. So I might do that next year instead of doing a third year in a row, but it has been fun, and I love being able to use all of the different designer series papers. And so I will kind of show you what I did at different events, so you can see how each creation turns out a little different just based on the DSP that I used and the cardstock base color as well. So now that I've got my camera turned around, I kind of want to show you up close a little bit. So here's the desktop calendar, and I'm not going to go into too much about the paper until I make it. And then if people said, no, I don't think I'm going to use the calendar, I thought, okay, this is what I'm going to do for those that maybe have one or make their own or whatever. So what I did is tore apart the calendars and just kept ripping off each month and had loose ones, and then I was able to have those in a little container, and then they could choose the month that they needed, and then ahead of time they could go, oh, my friend has a birthday, like I have a friend that has a birthday April 29th, and so then I had have a red marker, and then they can circle that. Or I just say, you know, if there's somebody in your family or friend and you know that they've got like a February birthday, well then instead of the calendar, put that. And then even if you don't know the exact date, because I think sometimes people are like, well, then I have to know. Well, I just encourage them, just make your card, put on the month, and then when you get home, just circle it then. And they're like, oh yeah. So there are more people excited about doing the specialized birthday card. Like if somebody sent me a card, I always say that, if somebody sent me a card and they had like May 9th circled, that's my birthday, I would be like, oh my goodness, like how special is that to have a feeling of your very own card made with your birthday circled. So I thought that was kind of a fun idea and a different take that for those that didn't want the calendar, and it was received better than I thought it would be. Hello there, sisters Pam and Barb watching here. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is make up the calendar, and then I'm going to show you the other ones that I've done at other classes with the different products and background papers and all that kind of stuff. So how it starts is I just take my like a regular card size, so all the cards that I make, 8.5 and 11, cut in half, and so this is my card base opening like normally that way, but this time it's going to open this way. And so what I did for this particular mini desktop calendar is I took the Everyday Skies 6x6 designer series paper. It works best for 6x6. I mean, you can use 12x12, and I did do that with some of them, but often we don't know what to do with a 6x6, and so this is great because what I do then is just cut off. I want this to be 3 by 5 1/4, so I just cut off that 3/4 inch strip off my 6x6, cut that off, the 3/4 inches, and then I'm left with a chunk that I can cut in half and have 3 by 5 1/4, so I can actually make 2 desktop things like that. I sometimes have to bring in this extra piece, but I have a lot of these because this is what seems to be left over from a lot of the projects that I make with my 6x6 designer series paper. Hello there, Sherry. Good to have you on here. So this, like I said, Everyday Skies, and there was a lot of options from them, and then as well as the 3 by 5 1/4 pieces, they had a lot of options for what went underneath too, for that extra little 3/4 inch by 5 1/4 inch strip. So how fun. Like I think, you know, these calendars can be for men or women, office settings, home settings. Some people even said, oh, even in my bathroom, you know, so that when they wake up they can go, oh yeah, today's this day. Sometimes mornings can be a little harsh. I'm not a morning person, put it that way. So I love just that added color. I tried to pair up some of the backgrounds or these strips to go with these, and a lot of it is just a natural fit for the backgrounds and such too within each package or design that I use, and you'll see that when I show you that at the end. So then what I did next is just cut this little square, and this is going to be what's going to outline and kind of matte and secure the mini desktop calendar to this. And this is cut 2.5 by 3 1/4. And then I have just this little piece that's going to be just for decoration too. And this is 2, I should have this memorized because I've made so many of these, 2 by 1 1/4 inches. And so I'm just going to get some adhesive on this, and then get some adhesive on this as well. So I've got that, and then I've got this, and I just kind of center that along the side like so. All right. And so I was going to do calendar, but I think I might actually do a birthday card for the fact that, well, no, let me do the calendar. Yeah, I was going to say for the fact that I can show you all the other bells and whistles, but I can just talk about that. That'll be good, because I want to for sure show the easel, because a lot of people say that they go back and watch this video, and of course, if I really cared a lot, I would look at my numbers and go, yeah, that video did get a lot of views, but a lot of people say that they like that. So this is going to be that easel that's going to reinforce, so when people put it on their desktop, and with that little extra heaviness of this calendar, it's not going to go like that, because we don't want that to happen, especially as the year goes on and such. So this is the reinforcement easel. So this is cut 4 by 5 inches here, and then I scored a 1/2 inch on each side, just scored that, and then 2.5 inches in the middle there. So then I just go and fold this up, and I'm going to grab my bone folder here and give that a good crease like so. All right, and then this is where you can put, if you want to, your tear and tape. So I put tear and tape because a lot of people like using this tear and tape. Otherwise, you could go back with some Seal Plus here, like I'm going to do, and I just put that on my outside pieces. And sometimes that does want to tear. I'm heavy-handed, so that's part of my problem too. All right, so then got that. And then I'm just going to fold that back, so it kind of looks like a little party hat, if you see that. And now I'm just going to lay this in the inside of this card or calendar here, and then just press down like so. And now we have that in there secure, so hopefully you can see that. And that's going to keep it from going flat. Hello there, Kim. All right, so now all I have to do is then put on some more of this, just to keep it secure. Oh, now it wanted to flip up on me. Oh, just doesn't like me tonight. Sometimes that is the case because I'm on a video. I will work with it later, but that's going to give it a nice stick onto there, or you can use like the tear and tape too. And I thought it would be fun to just decorate this a little bit. So from the Everyday Arches stamp set, they have just some little like hot air balloons, little airplanes, different things, and they also have some birds. So with my Night of Navy ink, because that's the color of my base here, I'm just going to take that little perennial postage die, pre-cut that. I'm just going to take and stamp some of these birds on there too. So we have a little bit of action because the Everyday Skies and Everyday Arches stamp set that they are coordinating. They were in the same suite of products. So I thought that would be a good combination of images with the paper. And then I'm just going to pop this one up a little bit with a couple dimensionals like so. Like this. Okay. And then so that is the desktop calendar. And so this is even within the same paper pack, Everyday Skies. Everyday Skies. I always feel like it's something similar, but not quite. Just using a different color pattern for both the strip and this makes it look so different. So yeah, I could tear this off. So it says January, but this one I know I'm going to mail, so I might leave that on just for extra protection that way. Those look different. And then for a different class, I did the botanical DSP here, and this I can put a calendar, make it into a card. But here with the birthday card, we've got that new banners sayings, and the three banner punch. That's a new bundle. So I had them use that. And I put on the happy birthday, cue the confetti, here's to you. And so they could stamp that out. And then this is actually from the textured notes. I liked how that matched that DSP because that was all in one suite together as well. So of course that's going to make for a good match, as well as what I did on my sample that I made up. And I thought, okay, August 11th, my husband is a triplet, so I thought I can easily make an August birthday card because that could be used for him or one of his two sisters that share that same day. So I thought I'm safe making my sample. Now I just have to stick this in a place where I know it won't get forgotten. And then in the inside, happy birthday, cue the confetti. So somebody even said, you know, you could do this and then even put like your, if you had easels, just put the happy birthday on the back side, and then their birthday card can be still the easel like so. And with that, and I thought, well, that's kind of a nice idea too. So I say I attend all of my classes, not just to facilitate, but just to get everybody else's great ideas. And then, here is another one. So this is that Full of Life 6x6 designer series paper, a little bit more colorful. These have been more subtle. These are more colorful. And here again, waiting either for the calendar or one of these monthly things. And yes, here we go. I've got that one August. So now I've got two of the three triplets already done for their birthdays. So hopefully that helps. And like I said, I just had these months laying there for people to use, and it was fun to see people think over what they were going to use it for and what their choices would be too. So hopefully that gives you some ideas. So I will send, maybe just take a picture. I'm not sure how I'm going to post this exactly. Still shop, but I kind of want people to know. And probably the question that I get asked for as far as my, like the shopping list or link is, where do you get those calendars? So I always want to give a shout out. It is Tailored Expressions. They're a small base business in Ankeny, Iowa. So it's kind of fun that I can do that. I know there's other shopping online places that can order with your membership a lot faster, maybe cheaper, I'm not sure, but I loved supporting a small business with this too, and somebody that is right up our alley as well. So hopefully you enjoy that, and tomorrow my goal is to be on another marathon with you guys again. So take care. Bye-bye.